أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge in Allah, the all-capable, the all-powerful, from the evil influence of the accursed devil. And I begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, and send salutations, peace and blessings upon the mercy of humanity, the selected one, known as the trustworthy one as well. He is the son of Abdullah, Muhammad, and he is the father of the slave of Allah. Excuse me. This is your humble orator, Muhammad Israel, picking up from page number 137, Bulletin 1.9.4. We have completed a total of 101 videos on the legendary military ideology. It's by far already surpassed all of the eras, the era of Sayyidina Uthman bin Affan, which is known as the legendary military empire of Rasoolu'Allahi on the Muhammadu Gambia channel. Also, the era of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, known as the legendary military government or government of Rasulullah prior to which we have completed the legendary military legacy of the Prophet on the Muhammad Gambia channel, known as the era of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu. And of course we have completed the Madanite era, or the duration of the Prophet in Al-Madinah, known as Yathrib, but this is known as the legendary military career of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now picking up from that bulletin, this is volume 2 of the book instead of volume 1, which is displaying. This is one brief disclosure. 1.9.4, a martyr walking on the face of the earth. It was narrated from Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, Jalla Jalaluhu, that the Messenger of Allah, Jalla Jalaluhu, was once stopped on top of the mountain of Uhud. He once atop the mountain of Uhud, when he began asking. The Messenger of Allah, Jalla Jalaluhu, said, or not asking, but shaking. Very bad visual here. Maybe we should try and adjust that somewhat. Let's see if that will help. Be still. So after the mountain started shaking, for there is no one on you but a prophet, a Siddiq, and a martyr. On it were the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Umar ibn al-Khattab, Uthman ibn Affan, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Talha ibn Ubaidullah, and Zubair ibn al-Awwam, and Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. May Allah Jalla Jalaluhu be pleased with all of them. Ameen. Now it says that after Talha learned that he had been named as a martyr, the news of glad tidings from the beloved Prophet ﷺ, he actually was very pleased with. So once that happened, he continued seeking his martyrdom. Once that declaration was made, he still continued seeking his martyrdom where it is usually sought. Thus he was present at every battle with the Messenger of Allah, Jalla Jalaluhu, except for, as we mentioned, Badr, which he was sent on that mission. As we had already seen, he missed that because he had been sent on the mission of the Messenger ﷺ of Allah, Jalla Jalaluhu. The Prophet ﷺ said concerning him, whoever would like to see a martyr walking on the face of the earth, let him look at Talha ibn Ubaidullah. Very important. 1.9.5, among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and this is Quran, Surah number 33, ayah number 23. It was narrated from Musa and Isa, the sons of Talha, from their father Talha, that a Bedouin came and asked the Messenger of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu about those who have fulfilled their obligations, end quote, were. They did not usually ask him such questions out of respect and awe. The Bedouin asked him, and the Prophet of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu turned away from them. That's what instead of saying something cruel, he would turn away, and he asked him again, and he turned away from him again. Talha said, open quote, then I came in from the door of the mosque, and I was wearing a green garment. When the messenger of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu saw me, he said, where is the one who was asking about the one who fulfills his obligation? The Bedouin said, it was me, O Messenger of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu alayka salatu wassalam. He said, this is one of those who have fulfilled their obligations, mashallah. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu give us the best of that, because we would definitely want to fulfill our obligations in the eyes of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. 1.9.6 Talha's defense of his brothers and his thinking positively of them. It was narrated that Malik ibn Abi Amir said, a man came to Talha and said, what do you think about this Yemeni, meaning Abu Huraira? Is he more knowledgeable of the hadith, the sayings of the messenger of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu than you? We hear things from him that we do not hear from you. He said as to whether he heard things from the messenger of Allah alayka salatu wassalam Jalla Jalaluhu that we did not hear. There is no doubt about that. I will explain to you, we were people with families, and we only came to the messenger alayka salatu wassalam of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, so I did not doubt that he heard, but he did not hear that he heard what we did not hear. So you think that anyone who has anything good in him could fabricate things that the messenger alayka salatu wassalam of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu did not say? 1.9.7 Spending for the sake of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. It was narrated that Qubaysa Ibn Jabir said, I accompanied Talha, and I have never seen anyone who could give more generously without being asked that than him. Meaning that he would give without being asked. Very important. It was narrated from Musa, from his father Talha, that when he received his share of wealth from Hadramaut, 700,000, he was restless all night and said, what punishment could a man expect from his Lord Jalla Jalaluhu when he spent all night with this money in his house? End quote. His wife said to him, how about some of your close friends? In the morning, call for some bowls and share it out. He said to her, may Allah Jalla Jalaluhu have mercy on you. You are guided, daughter of a guided one. She was Kulthum, the daughter of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. The next morning he called for some bowls and shared it out. The Muhajirin and the Ansar, and he sent a bowl of it to Ali ibn Abi Talib, Amirul Mu'mineen radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Then Talha's wife said to him, O Abu Muhammad, don't we have a share of this wealth? He said, where have you been all day? You can keep what is left. She said, there was a bundle in which there was approximately 1,000 dirhams. It was narrated that Talha's wife, Sauda bint Awfu al-Muriya, said, open quote, I entered upon Talha ibn Ubaidullah one day when he was looking tired. I said, what is the matter with you? Are you upset with your wife, meaning herself, at all? He said, no, by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, what a good wife for a Muslim you are. I have money that is making me depressed. I said, what is bothering you? Share it among your people. He said, "O slave, call my people for me." And he shared it out among them. I asked the storekeeper, how much did he give? He said 400,000. That's what he said. It was narrated from Al-Hasan al-Basri that Talha ibn Ubaidullah sold some land of his for 700,000, and he could not sleep all night because of fear of that wealth until he distributed all the next morning. It was narrated that Ali ibn Zayd said a Bedouin came to Talha to ask him for something, approaching him on the basis of his ties of kinship. Talha said to him, "No one asked me on the basis of ties of kinship before you. I have some land for which Uthman bin Affan offered me 300,000. Go and take it, or if you wish I can sell it to Uthman and give you the money." He said, "I will take the money." So he gave it to him. He radiallahu anhu did not leave anyone among Banu Taym poor. He could give him what he needed and pay off his debts. So he really took care. Talha ibn Ubaidullah, very important. He used to send 10,000 every year to Aisha, the mother of the believers. It was Talha the good, Talha who gave in abundance, Talha the generous, the messenger, Alayhi'Ssalam of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, called him the generous because of his generosity, giving and spending on righteous causes. Abu Abdullahi al-Hakim narrated with his chain of narration going back to Musa ibn Talha that on the day of Dhu Qarad, Talha slaughtered a camel and dug a well to provide them with food and water. The Prophet ﷺ of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu said to him, "O Talha, the generous," end quote. 1.9.8 Unique and beautiful sayings of Talha ibn Ubaidullah. Among his sayings was the least shame for a man is his staying at home, end quote. It was also narrated that he radiallahu anhu said, "Clothing shows the blessings of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and kind treatment of a servant suppresses enemies," end quote. Talha ibn Ubaidullah had deep insight into people's natures and qualities. He never consulted a miserly man when he wanted to uphold ties of kinship with people, and he never consulted a coward with regard to matters of war. Inshallah, we're going to end this one here on page number 140. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وتبارك اسم ربك وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.